Hey Ricardo, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's it going? I know you've been super busy with life outside the octagon, so I really appreciate the time. First of all, congratulations on your baby girl.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And you have a son as well, right?
Yes, he's gonna be 3 in June.
Awesome. How excited is he to have a baby sister?
He's actually a real good big brother. He's tries to be gentle around her. Sometimes he gets a little too crazy and is a little rough. But for the most part, he's really good, and I think he enjoys having a little sister.
Awesome. And it's a very animated household right now, right? Two kids, you have a couple of dogs, a parrot as well, right?
2 kids, a dog, a parrot, a chameleon. Yeah, it's a full house.
Very nice. But it's a beautiful thing. I mean, is it that much more added motivation now that you have two kids?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. The bigger the family, the more people you have to take care of. So the more motivation you get to strive and do better, so that you could give them everything that they need and that they want.
Definitely. And you've opened your own gym, UFC Gym, Ricardo Lamas. How's that going for you?
It's going well. We're approaching our soft open, which is going to be May 5th. So we're really excited. It's been a long time. We've just been spending these last couple months building up memberships and letting people know that we're there and what we offer. So May 5th is going to be a real nice event, and then literally the day after that, I'm heading down to Miami to finish out camp.
Nice. And how did this come about? Is this something that you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I think just the normal transition from retiring from fighting to doing something else, a gym is makes perfect sense for any fighter. Really, it's what we do for a living, so it's what we know the most about. And it's just a way to when I retire from fighting, it's a way for me to give back and pass my knowledge on.
For sure. And I saw some pictures on your Instagram. Were you already teaching some classes?
Not yet, but I've been, working out there with training partners of mine, helping some of the younger guys, and also we've had some of the wrestlers up from our college. So me and one of the other owners went to college together. We wrestled together at Elmhurst College, so that's why we kind of have good ties with the wrestling team there, and we had some of their guys up for workouts every now and then to help them out.
Awesome. And when you look at like post fight career and all that, do you plan on being like more hands on with coaching? Is that something you see yourself doing after, or are you just like on the ownership side?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be hands on with coaching even now while I'm still fighting. In between fights, I'm going to be heavily involved in teaching classes at the gym, doing one-on-one training sessions, stuff like that. So it'll get started now. Obviously, when I book a fight, I'll step away from it and focus more on the training for the fight. But in between fights, I'm going to be heavily involved.
Awesome, awesome. Well, let's talk about your big fight. Of course, big one coming up for you. You take on Mirsad Bektic at UFC 225 in Chicago, your hometown. I know you threw your hat in the ring right away when you heard about Chicago, so how excited are you to get to be a part of that card?
Really excited. I haven't fought in Chicago for quite a while. I think the last time was in 2012 against my fight against Eric Koch. So it's been a long time. The UFC has come back, a few times since then, but it just hasn't lined up for me to fight on those cards. So I'm glad it lined up this time, and I'm excited. It's always great to have kind of home field advantage and be fighting with all your friends and family in the crowd.
Definitely, and it's a stacked card as well. I mean, fingers crossed nothing changes, but on paper, that would probably be one of the best cards the UFC have ever put together. And CM Punk is on there as well, which means more eyes on the card and all that. So, are you happy that he's going to be on the card as well?
Yeah, it's to me it doesn't matter who else is on the card. It's more of just being at home, fighting in front of my hometown fans and friends and family. So everybody else, the big names that are on the card is just kind of a little added bonus to that.
Definitely. And before we talk about your upcoming matchup, not to rehash on the past, but your last fight, of course, didn't go your way and you got caught. Really unfortunate situation for you because you were scheduled to face Jose Aldo, who was pulled out to fight Max. You ended up with Emmett with nothing really for you to gain. But Looking back, would have you changed the thing? Because we all know you're that guy that takes on anyone. I remember when you fought Jason Knight in a similar situation where things did go your way. So when you look back, do you have any regrets that you did take the fight instead of pulling out of the card?
No, I don't have any regrets. This is the fight game, and things happen. I can't turn on the sport and say that I hate it because of that, because that's what made me love the sport so much. Just the fact that anybody could walk into a fight on any given day and beat anyone. So that's just how it goes. It was just unfortunate that how the whole thing transpired. There was kind of a lot of drama with my opponent missing weight, kind of took me mentally out of the game for a minute there. The day of the weigh-ins, I was pretty upset because it had happened to me, already. Well, first of all, they took my original opponent away, Jose Aldo, and then that happened. But 2 fights before that, I had to deal with an opponent missing weight again. So I just think the UFC needs to get a better handle on that and maybe make a more harsh punishment for guys that miss weight.
Definitely. And when you look, because I feel like since they've included the early weigh-ins, I feel like it's caused more problems than others. What's your opinion on the early weigh-ins? Because you kind of do have to go to bed severely dehydrated, if I'm not mistaken. So for you personally, do you prefer the early weigh-ins?
Yeah, I like the early weigh-ins. I'm pretty professional when it comes to making weight. I've never missed weight in my life. So, I've been wrestling since I was 14 years old. And even in like off-season tournaments that didn't mean anything, I still made the weight class that I was going for. For me, I take it very serious, and waking up and weighing in and then having the whole rest of the day to kind of relax and rehydrate, I think is a lot better than sitting around till 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening weighing in and then only having a couple hours to kind of relax before you have to go to bed and then wake up for fight day.
Cool, nice. And let's talk about your matchup now. When you look at Mirsad Bektic, not a very high-profile name, but a young rising star that many are pegging as a future champ. What are your thoughts on him and the matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. I know he's tough. I know he's aggressive. I'm going to be ready for that. And I don't think he's fought anybody that's my caliber yet.
And how would you break down his skill set? Where do you feel like he's most dangerous, or how would you just break down his overall game?
I would say his aggressiveness, his hands. He's a very heavy puncher. He throws everything with power. That'd probably be the most dangerous part. You have to be very technical on your feet with him, and just not let him be the bully in there. He likes to get in there, take guys down, bully him around. So I need to stand my ground, and whatever he throws at me, I need to give it right back to him.
You be the bully, pun intended. Or no
exactly.
Pun intended. And where do you feel like a win over Mirsad would put you in the featherweight division?
I think it'll just get me back on track to another title shot. I know I'm gonna have to put another win streak together. So a win over Mirsad just kind of gets me back in that win column, starts my win streak back over, and I start rebuilding from there.
And obviously, Aldo just got officially announced that Aldo's going to fight Jeremy Stephens. I know that's a fight that you probably really wanted back. You fought him back at UFC 169, of course. Were you disappointed that fight? Of course, I mean, with the way things turned out, getting a newcomer, not a newcomer, but not half of a big name as Aldo. But when you look at that fight, are you still hoping you get that fight down the line? I mean, do you think about that rematch?
Yeah, I think every loss you think about, you kind of carry with you throughout your entire career. So every one of them you'd like kind of a second chance at. So, the fight with Aldo is no different. He's a guy that I kind of fell short with, and I'd like to get a rematch against any of the guys that have beat me in the past.
I see. And the champ Max Holloway is defending his title against Brian Ortega. Who do you think takes that one?
Oh man, every time I say that I don't think Ortega is going to win, he does win. So I don't know what to say there. He's been on a hot streak. He's been looking real good. What he did to Frankie was, never been done before. So that was pretty amazing. And I don't know, man. 2 young, hungry guys. I'm gonna have to see how that one plays out. I can't pick a winner in that one.
All right, and when you look at 2018, I mean, I feel like you took a solid time off. I mean, we saw Frankie do the quick turnaround. Fortunately for him, it worked out, but he received a lot of criticism for that. So when you look at getting a fight in June, when you look at the rest of 2018, Do you look at how many fights you want to get in or anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely want to be a little more active. Obviously, after my last fight, I was expecting my daughter literally the month after. So having a newborn brought back to the house wouldn't have been good for me to just jump back into a fight camp. So I had to be around for my family and help out, help my wife with my son and the newborn. So it was a really busy time, and at the same time, we were really getting the gym up and going. So there was a lot of stuff that I had to be done outside of fighting. But for the rest of 2018, I'm looking to definitely be more active and hopefully get 3 fights in.
Awesome. And one last thing, I really appreciate your time. How do you see your fight with Mirsad playing out? How do you get the job done?
I think it's going to be a high-paced fight. He's aggressive. I'm aggressive. I think it's going to be a fun fight for the fans to watch. But, I'm coming to win. I'm not letting anybody push me around in my hometown.
Awesome. Well, Ricardo, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Again, congrats on your daughter. Congrats on the new gym. A lot of great things for you outside of the cage. Best of luck in June 9th in Chicago.
Thank you very much.